Hello, 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 my beloved souls. Blessed be, blessed day. Welcome back. I'm Autumn, the Enlightened daughter. For those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who do, welcome back, my beloved. So, High Vibe Tribe. This energy has been really intense. Last night I got a really strong download that I needed to like connect with everybody today, and wasn't sure where that was coming from. I know we just had that full moon in Cancer, and that has been quite a doozy. I'm a Cancer rising. Um, and wow, the intensity of this moon, the we have Mercury retrograde, which has caused a lot of complications and misunderstandings in terms of like communication, clarity, electronics going astray, like going awry, things being delayed, just a lot of things working. And that energy can work for you or against you, depending on, how you view these things. Sometimes the electronics not working is an indication that like, hey, we've been guided to rest and kind of like take a break from it anyway. Now is the best time is in any, right? Like retrogrades are always about going within, going like inside and really connecting with that energy instead of externalizing everything. And this Cancer full moon, and Cancer's a water sign, right? Very deep. It's the crab. Um, deep oceans, like a lot of emotion there. And crabs also go from land to sea, right? They come out of the water. Sometimes you'll see them on like the rocks, bathing in the sun and stuff like that, and they easily go back into the water. So when I was connecting with the energy of the collective, and just trying to figure out like what message was, why I needed to like come online to do this message and stuff, and I wanted to see how the collective was feeling, and I just got so hollow, so empty. I felt so numb, and I was so taken aback by the energy because we've had such intense energies going on that I was just like, what is this emptiness? So in meditation, I saw like a crab coming out of the water, you know, getting its sun or whatever, but being out of the water for so long that it kind of disconnected from its water element. It was like a shadow of itself. And that's what I was feeling, like the shadow of itself. I was seeing these empty cups, empty chalices, actually, is what I was shown. And, what is a cup unless it's being used with what? To fill something up, right? And as a crab, like, you aren't just like a land animal. Like, the reason you don't feel fully like yourself is because you've disconnected with the part of you that belongs in the water, in the oceans, in the depths. And so there's this big guidance coming in for the collective to remember to connect with your emotional body, your your heart self, right? Like too many are not connected to their heart energy right now, and that's why they feel so empty. That's why you feel like a shadow of yourself for some of you. And I know, it's the holiday season. Happy holidays, by the way. Um, and I know it's the holiday season, and so sometimes you don't show up in your authentic self during these times because you don't want to cause waves, or you don't want to be judged, or you're maybe not even comfortable fully embracing the you that you've become, right? And then there's still people around you, friends and family from our past, that can trigger those emotions, right? The holidays can be one of the most triggering times of the year, right? I joke and say that, right? Because it's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but in and of itself, I see way more people. I get way more calls and way more inquiries on coaching and spiritual calls during this time than any other time because of everything that's going on behind the scenes with people's friends and family and going to their hometown and memories and being triggered and all this stuff. So, you know, shutting ourselves down to protect ourselves, so that we're not getting triggered is one thing. But shutting yourself down to protect yourself and forgetting to cut yourself back on to feel it, to understand that the emotional body is there to give us the guidance that we need when we're in alignment with our soul, right? Like you need to feel it to heal it. And so just coming out of the water and getting on land to dry up for a little while to get some sun, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with taking a step back and relaxing and kind of like pulling your energy back. but you can't live your life in a cave, right? You can't live your life in this hole. There's one thing to pull your energy back. There's another thing to stay in hiding forever, right? Like understand that like you're safeguarded and protected. You have the entire universe here to support you, right? You don't need to hide in a cave any longer, right? And so there's just this big energy with the collective to just like remember who you are. Remember to honor every aspect of yourself, to not shut yourself down from your emotions just because things are a little hard to deal with or they feel a little overwhelming or the seas may be a little rough right now. Okay. So that was the beginning part of this message. So pull some cards. I got super dehydrated too when I went into meditation. I was like, what is happening right now? So I got 5 decks that wanted to come out. We're gonna start with the Light Seer Synod row and then take it from there. There's a lot of energy. Which is surprising that this is why it's so crazy to me because I'm feeling this hollowness in the collective, but there's also this energy of love. It's almost like the universe is surrounding everyone with all this love, and it's like all you have to do is open your heart and tap into it, and you have like access to it. You know what I mean? It's like again, some of you have shut yourselves down to prevent from getting hurt. You know what I mean? Or truly feeling through these shifts and making the changes that are needed to make. And even a lot of it isn't even about making a change, but just having an awareness, right? An awareness of what's going on so that you can do something about it, right? Like when you know better, you do better, right? You got to feel it to heal it, though, right? So just having an awareness of, wow, that was a distorted belief, or I held myself back here, or I gave my power away in these moments, gives you the the knowledge then to be able to do something about it, right? And again, it's, even if it's just the awareness of wow, I fucked up, or I've been sitting in this cycle of distortion for so long because I'm comfortable here, right? Like I don't want to do the work. Fucking tired, right? Just like own it, right? This is that energy. We have to just like own it, right? But own all of yourself, right? And honor all of yourself. Just disconnecting from one part of yourself is not going to make the other aspects just go away, right? Like your shadow is always with you. Shadow is always with you. So might as well get to know it. All right. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. What does the collective need to know? Are we doing all of this? No. Let's see. I always shuffle beforehand on camera, but you guys know I like to shuffle on camera as well because I just like to see the cards pop out, and I want you to too. This deck I don't normally lose on camera because it can be aggravating to shuffle. Complete. Bottom of the deck. Oh, 6 of Cups, right? So 6 of Cups can be like childhood memories and stuff like that, but it's also the energy of like your soulmate. But this is a lot of inner child um energy coming through for me right now. So there's a big call for you to connect with that part of yourself that needs to be healed. Again, this is that energy of like we want to connect. Puta mierda. We want to connect with every aspect of ourselves, right? Like, look how you came from this point to this point in your life. And that's another thing that's coming in. Like, take stock of where you're at on your journey and how far you've come, right? You may not be where you want to go, but you're way further than you've been, right? It's like sometimes you just need to stop and honor that, right? And like just take a look and be like, wow, I've grown so much, right? And so, especially during this time when we're kind of feeling empty, it's like, no, like your cup needs to be filled right now, and it needs to be filled with love and attention and nourishment, right? Just like this little boy is taking care of this dog and nourished it and watched it grow its whole life, right? Like you need to do that for yourself as well. You need to love and honor yourself as well. You need to refill your cup. You need to honor your path. You need to remember how far you've come, right? You need to nurture yourself, right? And allow yourself to be okay with where you came from, right? Like maybe you didn't have the greatest childhood, maybe you don't have the greatest childhood memories, but it wasn't all horrible, right? It wasn't all a nightmare, right? There was some good that went on somewhere, right? And sometimes we just need to hold on to that memories. And maybe that good was an animal that, was with you that entire time. Um, for some of you, I just feel like your passed on animals are here as well with you, like supporting you and loving you during this time. So maybe some of you have like lost your puppy or an animal, but they're on the other side, guiding you, guarding you, loving you right now. Just know that it's still sitting there with you. Beautiful. A lot of inner child healing coming through for the collective right now, so it's just a matter of opening our hearts to it, right? Opening our hearts and fully embracing this love. There's a huge love energy on this planet coming in, all this light. Like I can feel it so deep within my body, like within my physical avatar right now. I'm like shaking, but we have to open up to it, allow ourselves to be okay with it, allow ourselves to grow with this love that's available to us right now. All right, we got a couple cards that came out. Let's see what's happening. All right, we got the Knight of Swords. It's a fast moving energy, right? Things moving quickly. You see how he's gone, right? He's about to get on that motorcycle. He's about to go. So at 11:11, I just saw on the clock. Things are picking up for you, right? The pace is about to change. So it's just a matter of like, get yourself ready, get things in motion, right? Like you're about to get moving, right? We're moving away from a very old, stagnant energy, right? And for many of you, this is just an indication that things are about to start moving very, very quickly. Like, boom, he's gone. It's funny, I'm also getting this financial energy. Like, if you've been struggling with finances or things like that, like, there's going to be a shift that comes in. It's going to be quick, though. It's going to be like a quick, I don't know, a quick, what do you, just like a quick change in your finances. And I'm only getting that, which is weird because they showed me the red bottoms, which is like giving me like that Louis Vuitton energy. Fascinating. Okay, and then, oh, we have a star. This star coming through is Aquarius energy, right? You see how she has like this string around the star, right? So it's like we're taking our dreams and we're pulling them forward, right? You wish upon a star and something is being drawn to you in this very present moment. But if you look, her hands are where near her heart chakra. You have to open your heart in order to receive these messages, right? You have to believe that anything is possible for you right now, you know? There's a lot of hope in this card, a lot of joy. It almost looks to me like, hard to see it here, but there's like light on her chest, right? Like right where the high heart would be. So it's like her heart is illuminated, and that's what's connecting it to her desire, her wish, that dream, right? That star energy, right? The magic. And that's what's really calling it in. That's what's creating the line. Open yourself to receive. Open yourself to receive. Her eyes are open, her heart is open. Open yourself to receive. Even the loop around us is open, right? Open yourself to receive. So much coming in for you. Ten of Swords leaving all the nastiness behind, right? So this is the card where it's like the worst is finally over. We're at the end of the cycle, done, leaving it, boom. She's like moving into the light, moving out of the darkness. We're finished, right? We got our back against the nonsense, right? We're moving into the future with confidence. I love that. A lot of healing, a lot of healing. This has not been an easy time. This has not been an easy year. I know that for a fact. I have had more than my fair share of upheaval and craziness and discord, right? And I know how it feels. Like you just want to scream, you just want to shout, you just want to fucking be heard. You just want the pain to end, right? Being pulled in multiple directions, that's not surprising to see that the heart is on the outside of the body because I told you I was feeling this emptiness, this shell, right? So if your heart's outside of your body, you're not gonna feel, you're not connected, and I get it. Your heartstrings have been pulled. It's been agonizing. A lot of the things that occurred this year, right? A lot of the things that we were drawn to heal and to see, right? And going within and really mending, all of that energy, right? And it can be painful, but you're not alone in this, right? And again, the cycle has come to an end, right? Tens are about completion. So we're done with this. It's just a matter of really just moving things forward and keeping our heart open. What did I tell you? This love energy coming in. What did I tell you? I was like, I feel all this love energy coming in. It's so funny because after this deck, like told you, several decks came out, and one of the decks that came out was the Romance Angels, and that wanted to be pulled after these, because I put them in order to like save time. And I find this to be so incredible. So not only the lovers, I mean, if you're in a relationship, just it seems like you guys are really going to be connecting more, even more telepathically than you are before. But for others of you, this is you drawing in that person, right? And going from this pain and healing and suffering to manifesting like a beautiful, beautiful new relationship, right? I love that for you. And again, with that, like, kind of like soulmate, twin flame, divine union energy coming in, and we have we had the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, right? So there's that connection there, right? For some of you, this person that you're going to be so deeply connected with, and for most of this group, it's going to be romance and romantic intimacy, not just intimacy, because there is intimacy here and connection here and telepathic connection, a lot of it. But for most of this group, it's going to be a sexual romantic connection that begins. And this is something that you've been like manifesting, drawing in, healing. And you may be doing that with someone you've had a connection with in a past life and or past in this lifetime. So either from your early years in this lifetime, or you guys had a very significant past life together and that's drawing you back together. There's a deep, deep third eye connection here. And then we got, what the fuck did I just say? Third eye connection. And we get the high priestess. Look at the third eye. Can't make this shit up. Right? High priestess. Super intuitive, all about going within, all about meditation and connection, and really just drawing in that in which she desires. She's all about self knowledge, inner self. So for some of you, you might just be activating those gifts. I feel like those, okay, uh, your third eye is being activated as well as many of your spiritual gifts. So if you haven't already been connecting with some of your spiritual gifts, that's going to be happening during this time, and it's going to be very strong. A lot of downloads coming in to the crown chakra, right? You can see it here, and then her third eye is just illuminated, right? The third eye is connected, illuminated, right? Beautiful. Oh, we still have one more. Sorry. And then with the Eight of Pentacles, I love that, right? So this is about doing things that you love, creating, right? She's creating candles. Looks like she's writing. This is also the moon phases that you see up there, right? So again, we just had that full moon in Cancer. A lot of things are just shifting and changing, right, and making sense. But this isn't like this isn't work you hate. This is you doing things that are near and dear to your heart. So some of you might be using your hobby to create another stream of income. I'm seeing writers, I'm seeing creators like creating candles, herbs, tinctures, paintings. I get a very artistic feel with this card. So for some of you, maybe you have a old um hobby that had to do with some type of something creative, right? Kind of using your hands from your childhood that you're kind of going to be focusing more on now. And that's also going to be bringing you some joy, prosperity, illumination, because you're going to be doing things that are pleasing to your heart. Thus your vibration will be high, and you're going to be drawing in even more of the things in which you need, want, and desire. It's like as you do this, as your vibration is raising, you're emanating all that high vibrational energy out, right? It's connecting you to your dreams, to your goals, to your desires, to the things that you wanted, right? So the more you tap into that energy, the essence of honoring who you are as a soul, honoring your inner child and that desire and that want that you wanted, that you had pushing you forward, right? Like just honoring that part of yourself that allows you to like play and to feel joy and to be at peace and to rest, like whatever that is coming through you right now. It's helping you to connect with your manifestations, with your desires, right? So just bring more joy into your life, right? And some of you, like I said, some of it is going to be artistic. Not everybody is an artist, right? Like I don't sit here and be painting and shit. Um, but whatever brings you joy is going to keep your vibration up. And that's going to connect you more with the universe, and that's going to help you to open up your heart, right? So find some joys. And for some of you that might be thinking about, the good parts of your childhood, like just, our traumas, our ancestors didn't only give us wounds, right? They also gave us gifts, right? It's time to like honor all the parts of yourself, right? Like I said, everything wasn't a nightmare because you got this far. Okay. Honor the child within yourself because that baby wants to play. 17, 717 seems to be significant numbers, as well as the sixes that we saw. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What we need to know, what we need to see. It's crazy. So much love coming in and so much healing. Codependencies, addictions are affecting your love life, right? Addictions are not always drugs and alcohol, right? I always have to be very clear to people about that when I'm doing readings because it's like you can be addicted to many things. You can be addicted to scrolling on the internet all day. You can be addicted to porn. You can be addicted to exercise. You can be addicted to work. You can be addicted to money. You can be addicted to sex. You can be addicted to your distractions, right? So some people are addicted to um, focusing on like their religious endeavors, right? They'll be at church every day, like doing whatever they need to do at the church to avoid what's going on in their real life, right? Like there's all types of forms and addictions, right? So how is that showing up in your life, right? Or how is that showing up in the life that of the person that you're dealing with, right? What is the codependency? Do you need them to call you every 5 seconds, to text them, and to have a GPS on their car, and to, have like location services? Like, why do you have this attachment, right? If they're gone for a few hours or if they take a little bit longer, like, are you going to go into a panic? Do you think something's wrong? Are they all of a sudden cheating, right? Like, all of these energies spinning around, right? And for many of us, it's like we learn these things as children, right? So, as you're connecting to this energy of your inner child, right? Where did we learn this behavior from? Where did we see it? Was it with our parents, right? Our loved ones? Were we, you know, filling a void for a single mom or a single dad, you know? Do you feel like you had to earn the love of your parents, right? Because like nothing you ever did was good enough, or, maybe you have abandonment issues because you've been dealing with like because you did have a parent that left, you know what I mean? Or threatened to leave, or one that always blamed you because their partner left, and there's all the stuff that we learn as children. And especially during times like this on the holidays and we're around these people, it can be very triggering, right? When you have a parent that was toxic or narcissistic or, um, having you feel a void that you weren't supposed to be in. And then trying to move away from this energy, trying to separate yourself from it, and being made to feel like the bad guy, right? Being made to feel like you're the enemy because you don't want to deal with that energy anymore, right? And so when you're honoring yourself, you're honoring your relationships, or you start looking at your relationships and you realize, hey, I'm dating my dad, I'm dating my mom, or I'm dating what I wanted in a dad or wanted in a mom. You know what I mean? You start to have a better awareness of how you're showing up in the world, how those relationships played out for you, and how you can heal that within yourself, right? Because you're not really going to be able to have these conversations with your parents, right? Like, I felt this way about growing up. Everyone's very defensive, especially if they're older, right? But when you start dating people and you're realizing, hey, this is showing up in this situation, then you know, hey, I can break the cycle. I don't need to be in a relationship like this anymore, right? I don't need to tolerate that type of energy anymore. I can set some really strong boundaries, right? And sometimes we learn how to set boundaries through our relationships. Many of you connect with soulmates, but you need to understand that like soulmates aren't always romantic, right? Your soulmate could be your daughter, your soulmate could be your mom. Maybe this person is a soulmate. You have a really strong connection with them from a past life because, you were their slave, right? And like like you had to do stuff for them all the time, right? Or maybe you had a really strong soul connection with them because like you guys grew up in the same town, right? It's not necessarily meaning that it had to be anything romantic, right? So we need to understand that and stop trying to like force people to fit these roles in our lives for a void and an emptiness that we can't fulfill for ourselves because of our codependency, because our desire to want to have this fairy tale, before our desire to want to mean something to someone in someone else's life, when we need to start putting that energy into ourselves and loving ourselves and learning that we mean something because we mean something, and we don't need someone outside of us to make us mean something. We already mean something, and that person is just going to add to our lives. Like we're going to add to their life. You know what I mean? So that's the big energy that's coming through right now to be healed and shifted. How can you look at that and shift it? And are the addictions coming from your side and your energy? And this calls for accountability and this calls for honesty, right? We're all the bad guy in somebody's story. We've all fucked up. We all need to give forgiveness, and we all should be asking for forgiveness because there's no one that's perfect, right? So start looking at it. Are you the one that's addicted? Or is your partner potentially addicted, or you're attracting addictive behaviors, people with like addictive like personalities into your life, right? Like start looking. Or did you like grow up in an environment where you saw this playing out with your parents, right? Like for some of you this might be an energy that's already been healed, right? You're moving away from this and you had to learn to separate yourself from it. And it's that energy that you're no longer accepting into your life that's causing kind of like conflict and upheaval when you're dealing with your loved ones this holiday season, right? Because you're like, I'm not doing that anymore, right? Like, mom, I'm not your husband. Dad, I'm not your wife. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm tired. I have my own life now. Like, I'm trying to do my thing. Like, you're not going to make me feel guilty for not wanting to like stay here or live here or like live this life. You know what I mean? And setting strong boundaries. Yeah. Y'all are having some hard conversations, or you need to. Because my throat's getting all fucked up. Funny, they say, like, if you think you've healed, try like a weekend with your family, right? Or like spend 1 week with your family. It's like, yeah, let's see how far you've actually come, right? So, I know it can be complicated and stuff for many people, but you're not alone. Worth waiting for. I love that. Divine timing is at work in your love life, right? So, for those of you that are not dating anyone, right, there's someone coming forward for you. And with that codependency energy going on in the background, the reason divine timing is coming in is because y'all just aren't ready yet, right? Like, we still have some healing to do. Say it before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it again. You need to be healing and not dating if you're dealing with convolution in all your relationships, right? Like some of you should just really be healing and not out here in these streets being messy, right? And the reason that a lot of things are not working out or why it's taking so long for you to meet your divine counterpart is because there's still work to do. If you resonate as a twin flame, and you're like, oh, my partner needs to heal and, they're doing this stuff. Okay, well, twin flame, that means we're mirroring each other, right? So if they have work to do, that means you still have work to do, right? It's like a caduceus. We're here now. Both of us are doing our work. We have to continue to do our work to come back together, right? And we're going to come together and we're going to grow. And during the separation, it doesn't have to be as long as it's been before, right? Every time we come apart, we're going to come back together if we so choose, because we're always growing. We're always going to be ebb and flowing, right? It's a matter of, are you going to stick with this person throughout the ebb and flow, or are you just going to like haul ass and dip out? Right? So the reason divine timing and it's we need to wait is because for a lot of times it's just we need to be healing. And this isn't the toxic, oh, like I'm codependent and I'm, waiting on my married twin flame to get divorced and they keep telling me that they're gonna leave their wife. Like I'm no, 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 let's not be messy. That's not the divine timing I'm talking about. All right, like don't be manipulated and don't allow yourself to be caught up in the story of twin flames and making it fit a situationship that you shouldn't be in. Let's be adults and let's not do that. Okay. This divine timing is maybe I haven't dated in a while because I need to just chill. Maybe I'm still triggered when I hear this person's name or I smell their cologne or I see their birthday, right? Like maybe I need to just kind of chill and heal and deal with those emotions and what went wrong and how I showed up and how they showed up and what I tolerated and where I gave my power away and what boundaries I need to set so that I don't repeat this energy again in the next relationship, right? Maybe I don't want to be in situationships anymore. I want to be in relationships and I need to set boundaries and I need to stand on those things. Right? Like that's the divine timing we're talking about here. It's like sometimes you just gotta chill. All right. And for those of you who have been doing this inner deep work, right? Like sometimes it's just a matter of timing. Just chill. Like it's what you're waiting for is being honed, right? It's like a seed, right? And we need to give this plant time to grow. And if we rushed it, we'd fuck it up. Right? So it's like especially I'm going to say this again if you resonate as like a twin flame or the person that understands about divine unions. If we are always meant to be eternally in this game, what is the rush? It's an eternal game. Why are you hurrying up right now? Because we have eternity to be together, right? So chill out. What else can you be focusing on right now? What should you be focusing on right now? Always your inner self. How can you develop that even better so that you can show up even greater in this world and you can activate and expedite this process? You got to do your own inner work first. Stop externalizing. Stop externalizing. All right. Look. Oh my goodness. Look. Love yourself first. Can't make this up. Your self-respect makes you more makes you more romantically attractive. Right. So fall in love with yourself. Heal yourself. Honor yourself. Lift yourself up. Understand that you're worth it. Right. What are you looking for in a partner? Are you marrying that out? Are you reflecting that out into the universe? Right. Are you grateful for the person that you are, or are you just trying to hold on to something because it's easier to just focus on a relationship than focus on my relationship with myself, right? It's easier for me to focus on being with you and your shit and your crazy, whatever, because then I can just not think about my own shit and my own crazy, right? You learn to love yourself, guess what? You're putting your energy out into the universe that this is loving myself. This is how I want to be loved, and the universe then reflects that right back to you. Isn't that dope? You're like, hey, I love and honor myself. I like to eat great food. I like to feel good about my body. I love like looking sexy. And the universe is like, cool. Here's some great food. Here's some things for your body. And go ahead, girl, and get your sexy on. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, so funny. Flirt. Some of you just need to get out there and show you're sexy, right? Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Again, with that lighthearted energy. This is about a high vibration. We're flirting. We're doing what? We're playing. We're kind of joking. We're just catching a vibe, right? It's a lighthearted, fun thing. You're flirting, you're not all like, so what's up? You want to come over or what? You're not all aggressive, right? You're just like, hey, I mean, can I get your number? Maybe we could meet up. And it's like, oh, I live around the corner. And you're like having a conversation, right? It's not like a aggressive thing. So chill out, people. Especially for those of you who are feeling so impatient, right? With this worth waiting for. It's like, cool out. Just have some fun right now, right? If you haven't met your divine counterpart, just have some fun right now. And even if you have met your divine counterpart and y'all aren't together, just go have some fun. Why sit in a room waiting, twiddling your thumbs for somebody else? Because I promise you that person's out there living their life. If you guys aren't together yet, let me say this again. You aren't together yet is because there's healing and other things that need to be worked on. Sometimes for some of you, if your divine counterpart is married, they need to handle that shit before they can be with you. There's no need for you to sit around on pause while that happens. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be out there dating if you don't want to, but it does mean that you should be out there living your life and trying to become the best version of yourself throughout this process. Absolutely, hands down. Absolutely, hands down. Absolutely, hands down. Make the effort. Gotta do the work. Great love is great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. The guidance you've been guided to take today repeatedly is love and honor yourself in every aspect of yourself. You want to be with your divine counterpart. You want to be in this great love. You want your relationship to work. Learn to love, honor, and respect yourself. Learn how you want to be loved and then reflect that back out. Teach the person that you're with how to love you and then receive that back. You know what I mean? Like, we don't all show up loving each other in the same way. I was dealing with a client the other day and, talking about their relationship and all this stuff. And I'm seeing how the husband is kind of like pushing them, away. And I'm like, it'd be dope if you guys like took the love language quiz. You know what I mean? It's like, go online, take a love language quiz, figure out what your love language is, figure out what that looks like from your partner, right? And let's educate each other, right? Show up. How do you like to be loved, right? Do you like gifts? Do you like words of affection? Do you like quality time? Do you like to be touched? Do you like, um, I don't know, there's like five of them. But like, know how you like to be loved, right? Like, I'm big on quality time. That means a lot to me. We can be just sitting together, both doing our own thing, but like we're spending time together, right? Means a lot, right? I had lovers that love to do gifts, right? A lot of my friends are like that too. A lot of my friends are like, here's a gift, here's a gift, here's a gift. Like, that's how they love, and it makes them feel really good to give you something that's gonna bring you joy, right? Like, pay attention to what's going on with your partners, right? Maybe your partner likes you to buy them things because that's their idea of love, because that's how they grew up, right? Maybe they had a parent that was always buying them things. And so that's what love is to them. That's how it looks to them, right? Like, get to understand and know your partner. Make the effort and on your behalf. And if you're in a relationship, make the effort on their behalf too. Like, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's do this thing. I love you. I want this to work, right? Let's not be lazy about loving ourselves or loving that of those around us. Very soon. There we go. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. We're manifesting in our lives right now. For some of you, you're manifesting a new love, relationship, soulmate, divine counterpart, divine union. For some of you, you're manifesting like a healing in your relationship, whatever. Whatever phase it's at right now. You need to be crystal clear about that and what you want, wish, and desire so that it can come to you, right? If you give out chaos, you're going to receive chaos. If you give out confusion, you're going to receive confusion. If you give out discord, you're going to receive discord, right? For some of you, your manifestations have been on hold because your energy is all over the place. You keep changing your mind, right? You keep energetically like shifting. It's like, that's what I want, but that's what I, but it's like a fucking broken record, right? Angels and guides for these messages. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to see? What does the collective need to know? What do we need to see at this time? My head just started pounding. Do, do, do. So not only the third eye chakra being activated and opened, there's a lot of downloads coming in through the crown chakra. Wow, my head is pounding. One second, guys. Okay, that was intense. Sorry about that. Okay, back to your reading. That was intense. There's a lot of energy coming down. Um, I'm talking dream state. I'm talking downloads. I'm talking you might see something, smell something, feel something, and that shit just activates a whole nother part of you. I'm clairtangent, so when I be touching shit, sometimes it's too much. Like I don't do thrift stores. I don't do thrift stores. I can't do it. My body be like, shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh no. When I go shopping, I go early in the day, right? Because I don't like to be there when there's too many energies out, too much shit going on. I'm just too sensitive, right? Clairsentient and clairtangent. I just be out here in the streets just fucked up. So, um, I just felt a lot of that energy really, really strong coming on. Like, I just feel like psychic gifts are really being activated. You know, for some of you, it might be clairtangency, right, with your hands. Um, there's a lot of, for most of you, it's gonna be like a clairvoyant thing. No, I'm sorry, not clairvoyant, clairsentient thing. So, like, I just had to get grounded, right? Because I was just like too much in the ethers. Like, remember to stay grounded with your energies because there's just a lot that's going to be coming in for you right now. And if you're not grounded, it can throw you. I meant to do that with the sound bowl before the reading. So, that's my bad to myself. All right. Angels and Ancestors guide, bottom of the deck, Oracle. Wow. Wait for important information. Just said your spiritual gifts are going to be coming online, and here we go, right? Her eyes are closed. Why? So we can focus with our third eye. We saw that in the High Priestess card, right? For some of you, if you're going to be learning divination and activating your psychic gifts, scrying might be something that you want to do, right? Looking into a bowl of water or looking into some smoke. Um, Understanding your intuition and its guidance and the information that's coming to you. There's also, again, more healing energy. You see that snake? So again, with that healing coming through for the collective. And we had that energy worth waiting for, right? So it's like you're being called to be patient. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we just moved into winter, right? And so that's always a time to rest, reflect, chill out. Mercury is retrograde. What is that about? Going within, chilling out, retreating, right? Reflecting, um, reevaluating things, right? That's always the retrograde energy, right? So what do you do? How do you do that? You chill, you wait, you get the guidance, you connect with the divine, you connect with your higher self, right? And then you move forward with the information that's coming through for you. Yeah. All right, Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Looks like she's crying as well, doesn't it? Right? So for many of you, that's what this is. It's you need to, and again, with scrying, really with any divination, but definitely with the energy of scrying, whether you're using like candlelight and like the smoke, or you're looking into like a crystal ball, or a bowl of water, whatever it is, you have to focus, right? Your eyes need to be focused on that and what you're looking at in order to receive the messages that are coming through. So this is again the energy of like really getting focused, right? And what is being mirrored back to you in your life right now, and reflect on that energy, right? What is showing up in your life that's causing you maybe to feel uncomfortable or triggered or frustrated, right? That is a gift to you right now. That is an activation. That is a healing. That is guidance. 4444 on the clock. Stargazers, set your sights higher. I love that. So we already had the star with the star card, right? And here we go again. Like, the deeper our roots grow, the higher we can ascend, right? So, again, not to be distracted by this 3D reality in this world. Like, keep your vibration high, move higher, go higher. Right? The higher our vibration is, the higher we we know ourselves to be, the more connected we are with all that is and all that we desire. And it's gonna come quicker to you that way, right? But it's about you like not being distracted by what's right here in front of you, not being distracted by the little triggers and the little thoughts and negative comments and the nonsense around you, right? It's like setting your boundaries and keeping your focus on what? On that goal, that desire, that wish, that, the starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight, all the things, right? So that we can align with that energy, so we can connect our hearts with that, right? Oh my God. Whew, this energy is so strong. Water Guardian. Wow. Connect with what? Your emotions. What did I tell you when we started the reading? Mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical bodies. Those four have to be connected here on this planet. You beautiful, beautiful, beautiful crab energy came out of the water to chill from the storm and forgot that it was a part of the water. You have to connect with the deepest part of yourself. Fill up that cup, right? Open up your hearts. You gotta feel it to heal it. Wise one, grow within your current circumstances, right? This shit isn't meant to break you. It's meant to help you thrive and to succeed and to be the best version of yourself, right? To get even more wisdom coming into you, right? More magic and transformations happening. I love this. I love this crone energy coming in, right? Life is happening for you, not to you. We all know this. Look at this heart guardian. How many freaking guardians are gonna come out tonight? Love and let yourself be loved. Open your hearts. Connect with your emotions. It's safe to do that. It's safe to do that. We have a lot of red and blue energy. Red's coming through here. All these blues. Right? So the red is our root chakra, the first chakra, keeps us grounded, safe, stable. The blue is our throat chakra, which I said you guys need to open your throat because I felt that before, right? Throat chakra, fifth chakra. And hunter, track down your fears and desires, right? Do not be scared to confront the lion on your path. Right? I told you, your shadow is going to be with you for your whole life. So look at that shit head on. Right? What are we trying to do? What are you trying to see? What's really good? Oh my gosh, hold on, guys. So sorry. So sorry. All right. In my head, yo, this is crazy. Okay. Whew, because I got to separate from this energy. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Spring equinox, rebirth. Try to slide out. Might be significant. You know, I can't. Need to reconnect with your inner child. There's a healing, a transformation, some guidance, clue to your breakthrough that's within this childhood energy, within this childhood wounding, within this childhood trigger. And the sooner you connect with that body of water and the emotions and how you feel, you gotta remember, my beloveds. And, I know some of you might be triggered, but I wanna just say this very gently. When we do things like soul retrievals and past life regressions and and shadow work, and we're connecting with the energies of our past or the energies of our traumas and our wounding, we're doing it from this space, right? We're doing it from the safety of our physical vessel right now. We're not doing it from the child that was in that moment, from the the young adult that was growing through that time, right? We're doing it from this space. And so we ask you to look back at it so that you can see it for what it is, but also to know that it can never harm you again. Two on the clock, right? It it's an illumination that's coming through for you, but it's nothing that can touch you, right? Like you can see the light is bringing clarity. It's showing you the full picture, right? Because now you get to step back out of it, right? And so just like this light starts off low, or rather small, right? The further out it goes, the wider it grows, right? And so the further out we are away from that situation, right? The wider our lens can become, right? And so you're being called like this energy of the crone, right? With the raven here, right? To have an owl as well, right? To have a higher perspective and to look at it from a bigger vision and to look at it and to know that it can't harm you. To look at it and to know that it cannot touch you. Like there's nothing that can harm or touch you. The past is nothing but the shadow of a memory. It cannot harm you anymore, right? And so when I'm telling you to look back at this energy, when I'm telling you to reflect back on your childhood, it's because, again, like I said, not everything in your childhood was horrible. There was some other stuff, right? These children are playing, right? There was some good moments, but for the things that did cause you the pain, the trauma, the angst, the hurt, the heartache, right? That we saw here, the suffering, right? That we see very clearly here, whatever that energy was, right? We need to look at it and see it and know that it can't hurt us and then give ourselves the grace to transform that, right? With forgiveness, with love, with gratitude, and stop before you get all like, why would I be grateful for someone that hurt me? I'm not saying be grateful for someone that hurt you. I'm saying you are the person you are here today. You look at that shit and you be like, you know what? That was fucked up and I hate it and I don't appreciate it and I didn't deserve it and that was horrible, but I'm okay and stronger. And now, you know what? Because of that, because I was abused as a child, guess what? I defend children, or, I've helped at schools, or I became a teacher, or I became a doctor, or, I advocate for children's rights, or because I was, you know, kicked out as a young adult, right? It's like, well, now I support like homeless shelters and helping people on the streets. Like, there are blessings and grace in everything. And so, no, it does not make it okay that the bullshit happened, but it does make you okay because you're still here and you made it through, right? You took that victim shit off your back as a cloak and you became a survivor and now you're here. But for many of you, as you got here, you shut down your hearts. And so it's time to awaken and reactivate your heart, right? Open it up. Remember the joy and the bliss and the love that is here for you, right? Know that you are children in the eyes of the divine and that you are loved and that you're perfect and that you're wonderful, right? And if your innocence was taken from you as a child, I'm so sorry and I understand, right? Like I'm not demeaning or trying to brush off the things that we grow through, right? Because again, a lot of that shit's fucked up. Like children should just not experience some of the horrors of this world that we put on, you know, onto each other. It's just not right. But it wasn't all bad. And there are gifts here. And that's a big part of the message that's been coming through for the collective, just as a whole. It's like, look at the gifts, right? Our ancestors gave us gifts. We have gifts and talents and skills from our past lives. Like, it's okay for us to speak up and to be open about it. This fucking throat chakra shit, yo, like, y'all need to say what the fuck you need to say. I don't know. Killing me right now, vibe. Killing. Huh. I know this childhood conversation is very heavy. I get it. I get it. It's who wants to relive the trauma? Who wants to look at that shit again, right? But again, it's like we don't have to relive it. You're viewing it from here, safe, untouchable, right? Safe and untouchable. Know that. Know that. Okay. Okay. Look, I told you. Spring equinox rebirth came out. I said it might be significant because she slid out earlier, right? So things are changing. You're changing. Look at this butterfly energy, right? The equinox, what do we get? We get the birth of things, right? Trees start to grow their leaves, right? Flowers start to bloom. The hair comes out of the freaking hole, right? We see bat rabbits. This is a time of fertility and growth. So there's all of that here, right? All of this, like this rebirth coming through. Why? Because we're healing our inner child during this time, right? We're healing it. We're loving it. We're honoring it. We're looking at it. We're seeing things for what it is, right? And then we're allowing ourselves to be reborn, rebirthed, like resurrected almost during this time throughout this transformation. You know what I'm saying? Ancient healing wisdom coming in. I told you, big healing energy coming in. Your ancestors are supporting you, like you have it within you to move things forward, right? I told you, all this love energy is just surrounding the planet right now. It's so deep, it's so thick, you know what I mean? And so with it, just tap into this energy, right? Just ask for answers. I ask my guys for answers all the time. I've just gotten to the point where I'm so used to just, excuse me, asking everything. And I mean anything and everything. I'm like, what should I make for dinner? What are they gonna enjoy the most? Should I go to the store today? Should I, like, and I just start, maybe I should stay home. Maybe I should just like, oh, don't go shopping today or wait to do something. And I'm like, okay. And then like as the day will go by, I'll be like, oh, I'm glad I didn't go shopping because then I wouldn't have ran into such and such, or I wouldn't have heard such and such, or I wouldn't have been doing da 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 da, and then that wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? So it's just like tapping all the time, tapping all the time. My favorites, team light. But some of you have been shamans in past lives. And so, like I said, with these crown chakra activations and third eye activations that are going on, you're going to be awakening this wisdom within yourself, right? So it's time for you to step forward and move forward with it. I feel a lot of you are just hiding your spiritual gifts. Like, I feel so many of you are just like hiding or trying to shut away from those gifts. That's so strong of an energy right now. It's almost like you're scared of what that means or what it looks like or what people are gonna say. Like some of you feel animal energy, right? You have as a child, like animals are drawn to you. It's almost like you can hear them speaking. But you don't tell people about that because people like made fun of you or didn't believe you, stuff like that. Or your gifts made people uncomfortable. Or you just know something, you just don't know how you know, but you just know it. That's because that's that energy. It's like it's like, oh, I've always done it. I've always done it as a child. Like I've been done that. I don't know, like I've just been done that doing it as a child. It's like that's just like awakening. Like some of you can just draw and you just draw, and you're just fucking amazing at it. And people are like, how? You're just like, I don't know. I've always been able to draw like this, right? Or I've always been able to sing, or I've always been able to dance, or I've always been able to cook, or I've always been able to, connect with animals, or I've always been able to like know how to make people feel better when I go in the kitchen, or I always like it's like you just always known something, and it's a lot of it was shut down in your childhood, and that is getting a rebirth during this time. That is getting a healing. That is getting an activation. That's coming back online. Like the parts of you that were pulled away and pulled away and pulled away because like people were just like, nope, 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 like trying to judge you. Like all of this is being healed. I feel like all the energy is being drawn back to you. It's like the cords are being cut so that the heart can heal. Okay. Then we have Milky Way perspective. What did I tell you? Get a higher perspective. Can't make this shit up. Can't make it up. You can't make it up. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. And look what's coming in. I'm telling you with this love energy, look at all these blessings coming in. I told you I feel it around the planet. Like I just feel like a big ass warm hug. I love that. I love that for all of us. So dope. Who's at the bottom of the deck? What's this? I don't know, but I see Gaia, so I'm just gonna show her. I don't know if she was at the bottom of the deck, but we can all use Gaia in our life, right? Nurturing yourself, loving yourself, right? That's Cancer. Cancer's a very loving, nurturing sign. They're all about home, they're all about family, they're all about comfort. Yes, they're crabby and they can snap, but they love, right? So you're separating yourself from the heart of that Cancerian energy when we come out of what? The water, the emotions, right? That's where Cancer's thrive. What is that? That's the energy we're all under right now, right? That full moon. Capricorn season at that, right? That stubbornness and that ferocity. Love that. All right, let's get some final messages. Angels and guides. Bottom of the deck, exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence, right? So things are shifting. Things are growing. They're going to move. They're going to transform. Things are getting really, really beautiful. But we got to do some healing. And it starts with our own hearts, right? A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life, right? Beautiful, beautiful energy right there with these. Blessings card, right? So new things are coming forth, but we have to let go of the old, right? We have to be willing to set those boundaries, feel it to heal it, and move things forward, right? We can't close off our hearts forever, right? There's a time and a place to shut down and pull your energy back into heal. I get that. I understand that. I'm not saying that there's not, but I'm saying that you can't stay there forever, right? Like there's no, we're not building a fucking house in the land of pity parties. We're not doing that. We're moving forward because there's great and better things in store for us, right? It's like, why would I want to stay back there anyway? Look at what's in front of me. Shit's about to get real. Soaring into joy, right? Look what it says, guys. Childlike wonder fills my life. This is one, two, three cards about activating that inner child, childlike children. And again, I mean, yes, this could be for some of you, children coming into your life or children that are part of your life being of great joy and comfort and healing and, love, all that stuff coming into your life. But mainly, this is about you and your own inner child, right? And healing those relationships. Right. And last card we have is emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. Ask for grace in every area of your life, right? Whatever you choose to receive, ask to receive it under grace, right? Whatever breakthrough or miracle that you're thanking God for, right? Thank God that it's come to you under grace. I ask for grace. Grace is my like safety net. Like grace is what I put on top of things to keep it together. So I want to be like, yeah, I want like let's say you're praying for a miracle. God, I need $5,000 right now to get this done. I don't know where it's coming from. Please, Lord, help me. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for the resources. Thank you for my breakthrough. And I know that I've received this blessing by you under grace in the most miraculous of ways. And so it is, right? Under grace. Ask for grace under everything. Why? Because if I ask God for $5,000, I might get the $5,000 after I get into a fucking car accident. I don't want to get into a car accident. So I'm going to ask for it under grace. That way, nobody gets hurt. You see how easy that is? So simple. Anyway, you guys made my head hurt, but I love you so much. I do. My head hurts, but it's all good. My heart's still open for you. Let's see. Are we complete with these beautiful messages? Hold on, guys. There's just this big energy of love coming in. I just can't express it enough. Like, I wish you could feel what I feel in my body right now because you would feel the flood and the love of God just pouring into all of you right now. Like, literally, all of you, every single one of you is just being like held and covered in this beautiful love. So deep, it's so intense, it's so beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful year. 2024 is just gonna, it's an 8 numerological year, and it's just gonna be a beautiful year. A lot of blessings, a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity is available to everyone. You know, so it's important for you to stay grounded. It's important for you to keep your hearts open, to remember to be thankful. Again, in everything, there's a lesson and there is grace. There's a lesson and there's grace. And I'm going to tell you guys this very simply. Sometimes those lessons don't feel good, right? Point blank and simple. Like sometimes the lesson is what not to do, right? I learned that very early on in my hospitality career, right? Sometimes the things you learn are what not to do in that situation, right? Sometimes you have to be the hand of God. Sometimes you have to be the mouth of God. Sometimes you have to be the eyes of God, right? We're all here with the God within, activating and moving forward in this life. So as you're growing through these things and as you're praying and as you're aligning with that energy and that truth, just know, right, that God is within you at all times, that you're always supported, that you're always loved. There's nothing that you're ever growing through that she is not with you. It is what it is, right? Sometimes you're praying for grace and praying for a miracle, and you don't even realize that you're already in it, right? And that's why we had that perspective card come in, right? See things from a higher perspective. And I was praying to God for grace, and I was praying him for a miracle, and I kept seeing my friends, the crows, kept seeing. I could not understand why I kept seeing my crows. I was like, what are y'all trying to tell me? I'm missing the message. And it was I needed to see things from a higher perspective. And so I called upon the Holy Spirit to come forward. And I was like, show me what I'm missing. Show me, what they're trying to tell me because I'm not seeing it. I'm very confused. And the Holy Spirit showed me very, very clearly. Pulled it out. You're already covered in grace. Look at where you're at. Look at what's happening. Look at how safe you are. Look at how protected you are. Keep asking God for that in which you already have received. Be open to it. Be grateful for it. See it. Right? And so sometimes that's what you need to understand. Like you're gonna grow through these situations. You're gonna grow through these times, these troubles, right? And sometimes God is not gonna take you away from the trouble, like Daniel in the lion's den, right? Like the boys in the furnace, right? Sometimes we're not gonna be taken away from the trouble. Sometimes we have to walk through the shadow of the valley of death so that we can get out on the other side and we can be like, wow, God kept me throughout this time, right? My faith held me down. I tapped into my intuition and I learned to trust the voice within me because I knew the voice within me was the God within me leading me, and I knew that I was safe. And I learned to turn down the voices of the ego and the parents in the past and all the people who told me how to live my life, and I learned how to feel through my life, and I learned how to activate the God within me, and I learned how to love myself, and my whole life changed, right? When you learn to love yourself, your whole life will change. You have that power, you have that grace, you have that ability. God lives within you and God loves you so much. You're perfect in the eyes of the Lord. You're perfect. So it's time to let go of this pain and this suffering, this turmoil. It's time to get some rest. Allow the energy and the blessing of grace to come forward, to heal you, to transform you, to uplift you. Get ready to open your heart to joys and pleasures and bliss. Be ready for the miracles. Be ready for the manifestations. Be ready for every blessing that's coming into your life. Whether that's love, right? A wish come true, success in your endeavors, right? Just know your children and your animals are protected as well. All right. I'm gonna leave it there. I love you guys so much. I love you. 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 All right. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Thank you guys so much for sticking out with me this year and just throughout all this time. I know I'm still talking, but I love you guys so much. I'm just really grateful to have this path. I'm grateful to have a platform to be able to connect with you guys. I'm grateful for the messages that come in. I'm grateful for my gifts. I'm grateful for those of you who have just been supporting me, right? Whether it's here on my channel or Instagram or Facebook or, booking readings and coaching sessions or however it is that you support me, praying for my children, like whatever it is, guys, just know, that I'm just really grateful for you. Um, it just means a lot to just have all of you here and to have you continuously like showing up and loving on me, and it just makes me know that like this work isn't for nothing. It just feels really good. So thank you. What I'm saying. If you want to book a personal reading or coaching session, you guys connect with me at theenlighteneddaughter.com. If you have any questions, you can always email me there as well. I do have some sales going on. I have sales going on for your individual coaching sessions, and I also have a holiday sale going on for all tarot readings, 25% off everywhere on my website. And I created a new year forecast. So you'll get a tarot spread with a breakdown of what's going on every month. And then if you want sex cards added to it, it's like another 25 bucks or something like that. But all that shit's available on my website. You can check it out at theenlighteneddaughter.com. If I don't speak to you guys before the new year, I hope you have a beautiful New Year's Eve. I hope you have a brilliant new year. Know that I love you. Know that God loves you. Angels surround you. You're amazing. You're worthy. You're valuable. You're needed. You're important. I appreciate you. And that's it. Have a beautiful one, guys. Later.